Hi everyone, let's go over my bullish and bearish Elliott wave scenarios on Bitcoin, starting with the bullish scenarios, where the first one is a simple impulsive structure to the upside, where the target area for your wave 5 is between the 618 and the 1.236, giving you a target between 73.3k and 75.8k. As long as price is not taking the high at 72k, the invalidation is for price to move down and hit 65.5k, because in an impulsive structure, wave 1 and wave 4 are not allowed to overlap. Because wave 1 and wave 3 are quite similar in length, it does give wave 5 the opportunity to be an extended wave structure and therefore to be the longest and strongest impulsive move. In that case, the target for your wave 5 is the 1.618 taken from the low of 1 to the high of 3 to the lowest point of 4, giving you a target at 91.3k. However, an extended wave 5 is rare. Most commonly, wave 3 is the longest, strongest, most extended wave in an impulse, and that is why the alternative scenario here is a double 1-2, where we're looking for a continuation to the upside in a wave 3, where we still want to see that long, strong impulsive structure with volume increasing. In this scenario, we then look for 3, a sideways 4 in blue, another 5 to the upside to finish the higher degree green wave 3, and then a wave 1, 2, 3, sideways 4, and another 5 towards the upside. In both of these scenarios, we want to see this high taken, and then based on the reaction, we can observe which scenario gets the highest probabilities. On the 1 hour time frame, we are then looking for impulsive structures to the upside, where we have a wave 1, 2, we look for a 3 to finish, then a wave 4, and one more leg to the upside in a wave 5. If wave 3 is finished over here, we're going to be looking for a bigger sideways range in a wave 4, and the common target is between the 0.236 and the 0.5 taken from the low of 2 to the current high that we have on the chart, giving you a target between 70.7k and 69.5k, with the invalidation for a wave 4 being the 618 at 68.9k, pretty much 69k as you can see. As long as price is not at least giving us a decent range and continues towards the upside, these fibs will move to the upside as well, as we then take them from the low of 2 to the new high that is going to be formed. Alternatively, we are looking for a 5-wave impulsive structure to finish soon, and after wave 1 we then want to see a retracement to the downside in a wave 2. As long as we do not get any deeper retracement to the downside, this wave 1 is also going to move towards the upside, and so will the fibs, as these are taken from the low to the current high that we have, but then get extended to the newer high that we have. As it stands, the common target area for your wave 2 is between the 0.5 and the 786, 69.2k, 67.7k. The 382 is an uncommon target at 69.8k, and the 886 is a rare target at 67k. If price would move towards the downside and in the previous scenario touches the 618 at 69k at the moment, then the probabilities for this scenario increase, but at the moment it is an alternative and this one is the primary. The bearish scenario on the daily time frame is a finished wave 1 and looking for a bigger corrective structure in 2, after which we then want to see continuation to the upside in a wave 3, 4 and a wave 5. The common target for your wave 2 is the 0.5 to the 786 Fibonacci, taken from the low to the high of 1, giving you a target between 64.2k and 59.8k. The 0.382 is an uncommon target at 66k, and the 886 is a rare target at 58.2k. The reason that this now is the new bearish scenario is because in a wave A, B, C for a bigger zigzag, we now hit the 886, which is a very rare target for a wave 2, common for a wave B or a wave X, and that increases probabilities that any move to the downside over here without taking this high is a wave C or a wave Y and not a bigger impulse to the downside. Inside wave 2, we then look for a 3-wave corrective structure to the downside, either in a zigzag or a flat. As long as price does not take 72k, there is the potential for a zigzag in a wave A, B, C, as the 886 is a common target for a wave B. The most common target for your wave C is between 65.7k and 62.1k. If price does take the high of 72k, then the next highest probability bearish scenario will be a flat structure, a 3-wave structure where the common target for your wave B in an expanding flat is between the 1.236 and the 1.38, taken from the high to the low of wave A, giving you a target between 74.2k and 73.3k, after we then look for a move to the downside. On the 15-minute time frame, price moved towards the downside after creating the local top today and retraced, hitting the 886. This increases the probabilities that any structures to the downside are going to be corrective structures and increases the probabilities to sooner or later still move up to take the highs that we have here. We do have some bearish CVD on the chart, lower high on price, higher high on the CVD, the first one already played out, and now again with the same pivot, a lower high on price but a higher high on the CVD. Has to be said that the more CVD divergences you have with one pivot, the lower the probabilities of it playing out, but the second CVD is still okay. The moment you get a third CVD with the same pivot, that is when probabilities really start to tank. You can see it here, a lower high on price, higher high on yellow, and now again a lower high on price, higher high on the yellow line, a bearish CVD divergence, but do keep in mind the 886 touch and the probabilities of that 886. If we then talk about the probabilities of the different scenarios, then the probabilities at the moment are bullish. Currently looking for continuation to the upside, either in an unfinished impulse or a local 1-2. Not yet any clear signs of weakness. We also have the 886 touch over here at the high, and the invalidation would be moving to the downside to take this low, which arguably gives you an even better opportunity to look for a wave 2 down here and then a big push to the upside in a wave 3. On number 2, we then have the bearish scenario, which currently has lower probabilities. I hope that this video was helpful or valuable to you. Please check out the brand new complete Elliott Waves guide playlist I've made that shows you all you need to know about Elliott Waves. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'd like to see you at the next one. Bye bye.